As you may know, the Bible talks a whole lot about sorrow and weeping, which is the seed. Many times that people refuse to sow or to plant the seed because it takes something out of you. It takes sacrifice to sow the seed. Not only that, you sow the seed, and when you sow the seed, it requires for you to nurturing the seed daily, because you don't want to just plant the seed and forget about it. No, in order to receive the crop, to receive the harvest, you must plant the seed in the proper soil, in a soil that has moisture, has proper nutrition. Therefore, the seed will be able to grow. And that is the reason why that when you sow the seed, people encourage you to have faith, to have confidence, which is the nutrition, which is the substance, the faith, the faith, the confidence, kind of some sort the substance that you kind of cultivate the seed every day. Because if you do not have the faith, if you do not have the confidence, even though that you plant the seed, soon or later the seed will die. Although that every seed has to die in a way to produce, to germinate, to fertilize. But in another hand, that the seed, that if you plant the seed, you don't nurture the seed. You don't create time to see what the seed needs to perform what it has to perform. Somehow the seed will die. And you do not want that, because it takes sacrifice for you to sow. It's something that you just take out of you to sow. Sometimes it requires for you to spend time to sow it. And not only time, and it requires for you to just take what you have and to just kind of let it go. Let it go to die. Let it go to fertilize. Let it go to germinate. So if you have to sow, you must sow in the proper ground. Because some ground that you sow, it's just like you throw the seed in the fire, where you will not reap anything, because the seed have not been placed in the proper soil, on the proper spot for the seed to do what he has to do. And that's why God talks so much about the seed in Matthew chapter 13, verse 1 to the whole chapter. He talks about the seed, how some of the seed fell in the wrong ground. And then because they fell in the wrong ground, and the sower has not received any crop at all, because the seed has been placed in the bad spot. Today, if you have to sow, you must know where to sow, because if you place the seed in the wrong spot, it will not germinating. It requires for you to have faith. It requires for you to have confidence. It requires for you to have persistency to cultivate the seed. So in anything in life, in order to have anything in life, such as it's not me, you have called for a purpose. You have called for a purpose. Everyone has called for a purpose. And that purpose requires that you plant the seed. The seed represents many things. It represents many, many things that you can uh, place, you can take apart. You may need you may need to go, you may need to have a career, you may need to have you may have, okay, you may have a thing, you may have a business. For instance, you may have a business, a building, and to put stuff in the building, it's not quietly all that you need. It's kind of need, it requires that you have other substance that will keep the business flow. For instance, that even though in the relationship, to have a relationship is just not to have a person. It requires many things that you have to do to keep the relationship flow. In another way, that you may have a calling in your life. You may have a calling in your life, and you know that you have a calling in your life. It's just not saying that you have a calling in your life, but you must understand that what is I'm supposed to do, what is my calling it requires for me to do. Because although that you know that you have the calling, but you have to be consistent, you have to persist, you have to adapt yourself to know the things that you should do to survive the calling, to keep it going in the way it should be. And it's something that you have to do daily. It's something that you have to it's something that you have to embrace, keep it in your mind. Something like, this is something that you must do. It's just something like you just pass by or get by and come back another day. It's not like that. If you have to do it that way, it will not survive. And that is the reason why that when you plant the seed, you have to be you have to determine to know that I plant the seed there. What should I supposed to do? What I must do to have the harvest that I'm wishing to have, what I'm expecting to have. Because if you have to wait for the harvest to happen without doing what you have to do, I'm telling you, you're gonna wait for a long, long time until you notice that you're missing what you should do. And then when you know you're missing something, and then you do the process, and then you see that things will take shape. But if you're not doing anything, you're just looking at the seed that you put in the ground, especially if you put it in the wrong spot, you will never see anything. If you're wasting your time to see what to see the fertilized, or the germinating things will come out from the seed, you may not see it because you don't do what you're supposed to do. You kind of waiting and waiting, hoping for the leaf to come out, but the leaf may not come out because the seed has to place in the proper soil, and for the seed to die. And then when the seed dies, and then the other process will take place. That is the reason why that there are things you must do. It's not wishing, it's not hoping, but there are things you must do. And that is the reason why that first of all, you must know where to plant the seed, how you plant the seed, how you're supposed to cultivate the seed. It is very, very, very salient. It is very salient. If you not know, you're gonna wait for a long time and never see anything happen. Anything. It's very sad to know that you plant the seed, and some seed require for you to plant it not only one, but you have to plant it twice. You plant it this month and nothing comes out, and you have to kind of, if you really, really need it, you have to kind of keep on planting to see if the harvest will come, if something will take place. But if something never take place because the seed plant in a one spot, today, do you know how to plant the seed? Do you know what to do? Because anything comes from the seed. If you need to have anything in life, you have to create time to cultivate it. You have to create time to make it happen. You have to create time to do something. It's not simply looking at it. When you're looking at it, what did you do? Where did you do that? Well, I mean, it requires some kind of process for the seed to fertilize, because you don't want to plant and never receive. Plant, never receive. And sooner or later, you will become dry. Dry in a way that you don't even know if you have to seed any longer, if you have to sow any longer, because it seems like, people keep talking about the seed. It seems like that seed that they've been talking about, it doesn't work. Because I played, and nothing never happened. And most of the time, it's not because that you don't plant the seed in the proper ground. Sometimes you plant the seed in the proper ground with whatever the seed requires for you to prosper, for you to receive the harvest. But beyond, there are some locusts. Some locusts come from without nowhere, wondering how do they know that you have a seed there. They come out from nowhere. They come and eat every bit of leaf that comes out from the seed. They destroy it. They destroy it. And you do not know what to do, how to stop the locusts. But I'm telling you, you must know, and you must determine not to let the enemy come and eat your locusts. People think that, oh, you are so weak, or you do something else. You have been planting and planting, never receive anything. It seems like you're missing something. Surely sometimes it's not you missing something. It is the strategies of the locusts, the bad locusts, the big locusts. They come and devour your plant, and you properly do not know how to stop these locusts that have been eating your plant. Sometimes you plant with whatever it takes, whatever it requires for you to produce the crop. You know you have been put whatever the seed requires for you to put there. And you do all that and still can receive anything. It's simply because of the locust. Because of the enemy that is eating. Some enemy before the plant even fertilized, before the plant even germinating. The enemy is out there. They cannot eat it from not to happen. But I don't know. I don't know. But either you find a way to stop the locust, or you have to change the strategy for you to receive the harvest. Because everyone in life need to see why they're sowing, what they plant. Oh, you plant. Oh, yeah, I've been working so hard. I've been working so hard. I've been planting here. I've been planting here. Oh, I just can't wait for my harvest to come. And here you are, been waiting, and anything never shows up. That's kind of cripple you. I mean, that's kind of block your faith. That's kind of block your streak. But you have to know. You have to find out what to do. You have to find out what's missing, because you need to receive the harvest. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing when you know that you sow and the harvest is right there in the corner for you to receive. It's a wonderful thing. Today, know where to plant the seed and know how to plant the seed, because in order to receive anything in life, you have to have you have to sow something. You have to sow something and know how to cultivate it, you know, whatever it is. Therefore, it is so important that you sow the seed to create the harvest that you need to create the harvest that you need to have, because you need to have the harvest. And it's a beautiful thing, you know, that the seed that you have been planted bring forth the harvest, where you can share with your loved ones, you can share with your family. It's a beautiful thing, where you can know that you have not been working in vain. You know, if you not create the time to see what's the problem seems to be, you will waste your time sowing many times where you should have been weeping. You should have been weeping the seed. You should have been weeping the harvest. And while you should be receiving, and that's the time you have to keep sowing and sowing and sowing, regardless of how many times you have been sow and sow and sow and sow. If you're not planted it at the right soil, in the right spot, in the right soil, you will not get anything. You will not get anything. According to Matthew chapter 13, verse 3, where it's kind of talks a whole lot about seed, about the soil, about the sower, on how some of the seed fell in the one spot, and as soon as the seed is about to come out, and then the sun or the heat or the locusts have destroyed the seed. And that is important. That is the reason why it is important that you know today how you should plant the seed, where you should plant the seed. And when you plant the seed, you have to allow the seed to die. Because if you not give the seed the time to die, the seed will not produce the crop that you're supposed to receive. This, you have to give it time to fertilize, to germinating. Today, plant the seed in the proper ground. You have to sow. You have to sow in order to receive. Like I said, that you have to allow yourself to plant it many times. Plant it many times and give it times. And especially you have to plant the seed in the proper ground in order to receive what you need to receive. And it is not difficult. It is not difficult to receive the fruit, to receive the harvest. When you plant the seed where it needs to be planted, where you should plant it, it's not a big deal to receive it. Sometimes in life, people just have, even though after the harvest, when you have the harvest, my father was a big farmer, and he knows how to manage the harvest after he finished to receive it. He knows how to kind of put it in some kind of vessel, and he put something in it, in the seed, like to keep the seed in the proper shape. He knows how to manage it. Even though when you finish to receive the seed, you must know how to manage the harvest. Because if you don't know how to manage the harvest will not last the time that you want the harvest to be last. You have to know how to manage it. Because, like I said previously, the seed represents many things. It represents many things you can never even imagine. Some harvest you see them today, or some business you see them today, or some whatever. You see it today so beautifully. And because of the lack of the management, the harvest don't last the way it should last, because it seems like the sower doesn't know don't know how to manage the harvest. And next thing you know, the harvest is rotten because the sower missing the point of how to cultivate the harvest. And when you sow, you have to know how to cultivate it to have the harvest. And when you have the harvest, you have to know how to cultivate the harvest for the next season. Therefore, you will have some seed to replant, to resow, because it's something you have to do continually. It's not something that you have to do today and then after a while you don't want to do it anymore. And if you don't want to do it anymore, if you don't want to persist it with the process, you will not have it for a long time. You will be lacking of harvest. You will have to buy some produce when you need something to eat or something to use, because you didn't manage the harvest properly. You must know how to cultivate the harvest daily. Daily. Because even though my father usually put it in something that I don't know how to call it right now. Uh, Something he made on his own. So when he finished to put the harvest in there, even at the around the vessel, that he put something there to cause the plant, to cause the locusts not to come here and destroy the vessel. Some locusts, they are so bad. They are so strong with some big teeth, some kind of silver teeth. Some when you put the vessel there and they know the harvest is in the vessel, they try to do everything that they could, every strategy just to break the vessel to get the harvest from there. You must know, truly I'm telling you, you must know how to cultivate the harvest, because if you don't, sooner or later you're gonna have to buy some seed to sow where you should be buying anything, where you should have a whole lot to make another garden. And time is important. Time is important. Time is important when you planning to have the harvest, because according to Galatians, Galatians chapter 6, verse 9, it says that if you not give up, you will reap the harvest. In the proper way, it says that, therefore, let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap the harvest. If we use, if we are not give up, if we are not give up, we will reap the harvest. So As the time, you know the time is matter. So you are the one who have to do it continually. Continually. Therefore, when the proper time comes that you will reap what you have been sown. So I know that most institutions right now they close. They close for a couple weeks, and very soon they will be resumed. So it's very important to uh, keep up with whatever you're doing, because you know that when the proper time comes, you will receive what you have been sown, what you have been planted. Don't give up with the process. Don't give up with the process, because it is from the process you will reap what you have been sown. Stay focused. Don't give up, because don't give up because it says that in the appointed time will not be cut off. And the appointed time will not be cut off if you not give up. Seed truly creates opportunities. Seed really open doors in many ways if you not give up, if you not uh, if you create time to know how to cultivate the seed, you will produce something. But the most difficult thing about it is to just sow the seed and take off. Sow the seed in not knowing what will happen, in hoping to have the harvest. No, it will not happen. You have to sow the seed and stay connecting with the seed, with the process, with the garden, to know how to nurture the garden, to know how to know what the garden needed, because some people just finish to plant the seed and they take off. But if you take off, who's gonna taking care of the garden? The garden need some oil, some soil, some gradual soil every now and then to kind of spread some water or some whatever. I'm not pretty much familiar with the process, but I kind of know what the process will need to have the garden the way it should be. So today, be consistent with the process. When you sow, stay connecting in with the garden. Therefore, you will know how to manage the harvest. You will know how to reap the harvest. And I'm telling you, if you stay connecting with the garden, with the process, I'm telling you, your appointed time to receive the harvest will not be cut off. You will surely receive the harvest. But today, I encourage you, first of all, to to sow in the right spot, in the proper ground, and stay connecting with the process in order to receive the harvest that you have been expected. The harvest is not difficult if you not give up. If you not give up, if you stay connecting with the process. May you learn something from this video. And above all, I encourage you to sow today. Sow today. And sow at the right spot. And stay connecting. Keep faith. Activate your faith. Have confidence knowing that you will reap a good harvest. God bless you.